What happens when a simple romantic weekend turns into a complete disaster? Well, on Friends apparently, almost everything. This collection of scenes shows exactly why the relationships on Friends were never simple. One minute, someone is trying to have a romantic weekend, and the next, they're arguing over rooms, television, money, or something completely ridiculous. But the real chaos comes from the secrets. Ross, Rachel, Chandler, Monica, Joey, and Phoebe constantly find themselves trapped in situations where one person knows something, another person thinks they know something, and somehow everyone ends up making things even worse. And honestly, that's what makes these moments so entertaining. Ross and Rachel especially turn romance into a full-time emotional roller coaster. Their relationship is built on real feelings, but also jealousy, bad timing, misunderstandings, and some seriously questionable decisions. That's a big reason their story remained one of the show's most memorable relationship arcs. What I love about these scenes is that the comedy doesn't come from perfect relationships. It comes from watching imperfect people make terrible decisions and then desperately trying to hide them. And every time someone says, "Don't tell anyone," you already know the secret is about to spread. That's the magic of Friends. The characters may be chaotic, dramatic, and sometimes completely unreasonable, but somehow you still want to know what happens next. And that's why even years later, these relationship disasters are still so much fun to watch. What if the biggest problem in Friends wasn't the relationships, but the secrets everyone kept? That's exactly what makes these scenes so entertaining. Whether it's Ross and Rachel dealing with jealousy, Chandler and Monica trying to hide their relationship, or Joey accidentally getting caught in someone else's mess, the same thing keeps happening. One tiny secret turns into complete chaos. And honestly, that's where Friends was at its best. The characters don't always make smart decisions. They hide things, lie to each other, misunderstand simple situations, and somehow make every problem 10 times worse. But instead of feeling forced, the comedy comes from how naturally these characters react to the disaster. Ross is probably the perfect example. His love life constantly becomes complicated because emotions get mixed with jealousy, bad timing, and terrible decisions. And Rachel isn't exactly making things easier, and then desperately trying to hide the consequences. And the funniest part? Every time someone says, "Nobody can know about this," you already know the entire group is about to find out.